Hi there, back again with a short video for you on the Bitcoin price. On the screen in front of you, you can see right now we've had a little bit of a sell-off. We've dropped down again, back down to the 6,000s. As you can see, yesterday we reached a low, which I think is probably the lowest we will go, of about 6,200 odd. I think it was 6,210, somewhere around there, yeah. As you can see, we've made a little bit of a recovery. But I'm not worried about this. You're looking at a 1 hour chart at the moment. I'm going to zoom out in a minute and show you the 1 day chart. And if you remember correctly, I predicted, or I didn't predict, I charted a long, very long, nearly 8-month long flag or triangle, if you'd like to put it that way. We are still perfectly operating in that triangle, but I want to show you how close we are getting to the end of it now, and a little trend that I noticed happening or starting maybe a week or two ago, and it seems to be sticking to that trend. So let me just change this to a 1 day chart, get it to scale properly, and then I want to show you something. Okay, if you remember correctly, I drew this triangle, and when we started to get to the top of it, I predicted we were going to break out. I just wasn't sure which side we were going to break out. Remember, this is a 1 day chart. We broke out on the bottom side, and rightfully so, we had a sell-off after that. Now, this is the bottom of the flag, as you can see here. I could zoom out a little bit more, maybe not. These two lines here, it's a bit difficult. I should have made my lines different colors, but this one running here and this one running here is my original flag. This one here is a new trend that I noticed starting a week or so ago, a week or two ago. This one here, as you can see, it's slightly upwards, and it seems to me that the lows are getting higher and higher now. I was actually surprised that we actually made the turn and had this little sell-off over the last day or two. But as you can see, it looks like on the 1 day chart, you can see, on the 1 hour chart, you can see that we've already made the turn and are heading up again. And you can see the beginnings of a green candle there. We are more or less obeying this trend line, but we are still operating within this flag or triangle, in my opinion. And I thought, well, this was going to be the base or the bottom, call it the bottom's trend line for the chart inside this flag. But it seems to me that we have taken on a new trend and going uphill here, but we are still obeying the limits, you can say, of the top side of the triangle. Now, I know this one turned quite far away from it, but we are still operating nicely within it. If you really zoom out, you hardly notice this little bit. So my prediction is still good. We went down yesterday. We never came near that 6,000 mark again. Once again, it proves the strength of that resistance level, or support level, I should say. The thing is now, we are starting to get really, really close to the end of this. I mean, if I look at the triangle point, literally at the point, that's the 2nd of December. Okay, so we've still got a couple of months before we get to the 2nd of December, before we actually make this break. But now, if you look at last year, it was around, well, we peaked around the 19th of December, and it didn't take long. I think it took a maximum of 40 days to reach peak from basically a stable level. So say 40 days from here, you never know where we're going to break out here. We might even break out on the downside of this triangle. We don't know yet. But if I look at this trend line, the new trend line that I see it forming, it's forming in the up direction. So it is my opinion only that Bitcoin is eventually going to break out somewhere between these two lines. Now, that, as I said the other day, this is roughly the 18th of September, which is today, and obviously we're not going to break through there today. And then the 2nd of November, which is not too far away. So, in my opinion, somewhere here we're going to start operating in this new triangle, and we are going to break out somewhere in this area. So, in my opinion, before the 2nd of November, we should know more or less which direction we are going. I've actually been quite surprised that Bitcoin hasn't broken out yet. I was quite convinced that we'd reached a low and we were on our way, but obviously not. But this is now a perfect time to buy. If I'd only been up, say 6 or 8 hours ago, when we bottomed out, I would have liked to have bought then. But I'm actually going to, as soon as I'm finished editing and uploading this video, I am actually going to go and buy some Bitcoin. I think this is a perfect buy opportunity. I think these opportunities are going to be getting less and less right now in the coming days. It is only going to get higher from here. As you can see, these lows are getting slightly higher every time. So the low we saw last night, or 6 hours ago, so was the lowest we're going to be for a while, I think, depending on which side we break out here, out of this new triangle that we're forming. I'm hoping it's going to be on the upside, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be on the upside. We've been low for far too long now. This bearish section of the market has lasted, well, nearly 8 months now. It can't last forever. And in my opinion, this triangle has to be the end of it. That's my opinion anyway. At least it has to be the end of the current trend. Whether it goes deeper into a bear market or turns around into a bull market, that remains to be seen. But yes, I do think that for this sell-off that's just happened, this red candle you can see there, that sell-off we had last night or yesterday, I think we have seen the bottom of it, and we are now on the next upcycle within the trend. It's not going to be a big upcycle. It's not going to go far, I don't think, and we will come down again. So there is possibilities here for swing trading. I think I'm going to actually, the Bitcoin I'm going to buy just now, I think I might attempt some swing trading on this trend. But as you can see, it is getting less and less. So you know, the spread or the change in price from there to there is really from 6,400 to 6,200. Well, it's $200. I suppose you could make some money on it, especially if you had large amounts of Bitcoin. But I'm not going to be buying a large amount. I just want to show you more or less what the other exchanges are doing. This is cex.io. Unfortunately, they don't have any charting tools. So, but this is what their graph looks like. Okay, let me just change this to a 1 hour chart. That's the 1 hour chart. You've seen we've had the sell-off, and there is our price at the moment. 6283 and what was 6283 and 6268. This is on Coinbase. So we don't have too much difference in price at the moment between the two. I will show you our local exchange. It's called Luno. This is the sell-off we had last night, and as you can see, in my opinion, we've made the turn now, and we are probably going to head up in the 99,000 range before we even look at turning around. That's my opinion anyway. So that's it for me for today. Nothing to worry about. I don't think this little sell-off we're having now is anything to worry about. As you can see, it's the micro chart, if you call it that. I'm just going to zoom out here so that I can show you what the big picture is looking like. That is more or less what we have been looking at for the last 8 months or so. I mean, let's see, this was since February, and that is where we are today. So we've kept inside this triangle very nicely, and only now is it starting to change over here. You can see from there, from this point in June already, we started on this new slight uptrend. So as you can see, there is such a little bit of room left till the end of this triangle. And I think we've now entered into this new triangle, which is even shorter. So between that point and that point is where I think we are going to break out. Obviously, like I said, it can't happen today. You never know. It might happen today. It might just shoot up. That would be nice. But I would say within the next, let's say from the 28th onwards, and then we should look for a serious change in the pattern anyway, change in the trend. That's it for today. I will catch you in the next one. Cheers.